Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, top of the day. Cheers and a hearty God bless you to you. It is Sharia coming to you all the way live on this Wednesday. Can you believe it? It is already March 29th, 2023. There's only 2 more days in this long month. This is one of those 31-day months that we have, and it will be officially the end of the quarter for 2023. And I'm coming to you for our Vision Board Wednesday, all the way live. But before we get started, I want to go ahead and sing my traditional good morning song to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. The day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. To you and you and you and you, to you and you and you and you. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in, for stopping by, for strolling through. So I know some people stop for a minute and just see what's going on. Some people stay for a while as long as they can and they go, and some watch to the end. I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all, one and all, so very much. If you're just joining us, go ahead and feel free to type hashtag replay in the comments down below so that I can know that you came through and greet you and say hello. For those who don't know, my name is Sharia. I am a faithful wife. I am a loving mother. Hello there. How are you? Hi. I am a faithful wife. I am a loving mother. I am a grandma to one very curious grandson. I am a detox nurse and now a published author. Yay! After 20 plus years, long years in the oven of God's time and saturated by prayer, I am a published author. The Lord has entrusted me with that. So I'm so very, very excited about that. And we'll be talking about that a little bit in just a bit. Um, and we are here live on Sunday nights for prayer. We're here on Mondays at 12 noon to talk about self love, self care, unpack that um, with various different topics. Right now, we are in and talking about prayer for prayer for beginners, discovering how the power of communication with God. We're in that. We're going through chapter 1 together. And then we're here today on Wednesdays for Vision Board Wednesday. All three of these live streams work together to help us move forward towards our goals and our plans, action items, lists, whatever you want to call it, for 2023. Moving in the vein of faith and moving in the vein of wanting to uh, finish what we start. Um, and so that's why we are here. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for stopping by. I thank you for staying plugged in. I know there's a whole lot of things you could be doing right now, and a whole lot of places you could be. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. So we're just going to do a quick check-in so far as the vision board, where we're at. Um, but before we get there, I got to make sure you have tools in your arsenal for these last days, because we truly are in the last days. We're sending our warm thoughts and prayers to the family of those who there was another um, school shooting earlier this week on Monday, and our hearts and prayers go out to those families, to everyone who's touched by that. I mean, it's just a heartbreaking thing. Regardless of what side of the coin you fall on that topic, it's still just very, very devastating for all those involved. So our heart and prayers go out to those individuals. Um, and yes, it's just, it's one of those things you just shake your head like, yeah. So we're going to continue to pray for the families. If you know someone, if, I'm all the way in California. I don't know anyone. At least I don't think I do. But if you know someone, make sure you check on your folks. Check on folks. Extend yourself. Show some love. Show some courtesy. Show some compassion. So many times we are so critical about certain things and get so stuck in our opinions and our thought processes that we forget to be humble. We forget to consider ourselves, but for the grace of God. We forget that part. So yes. Please, let's just try to walk in love, walk in compassion, and consider. If I had a magic wand and I could wave it and make one wish, that would be my wish today. That we would not be so quick to be so critical and judge, but that we would say, but for the grace of God. We would look through the lens of, but for the grace of God, there go I. Yes, and yes. So again, it's Vision Board Wednesday. I have a few things for you. For the quote of the day, I'm going to use Habakkuk 2:2. Given the fact that we are 2 days towards the end of the month, and we are in the third quarter of 2023, I wanted to just remind us, given that this is Vision Board Wednesday, to write your vision down. The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:2 to write the vision on tables and to make it plain. In other words, narrow down. We need to move. We should be moving with focus and intentional. We should be intentional about our actions, about our activities, on what we're doing. We shouldn't just be rolling through. Well, I shouldn't say we shouldn't be. I encourage us not to just roll through, but to be intentional and very focused about what it is we are doing, regardless of what circle we're moving in, whether we're in the faith realm, whether we're in the family realm, whether we're in the community, whether we're at work, whether we're working on some type of project, that we be focused and intentional. So Habakkuk 2:2, that is the quote for today, inspirational quote, Bible quote, whichever one you want to call it. That's what it is today. Write your vision down, commit it to paper. Or if you don't have paper, look at technology. Look at technology. We even have phones with pens, writing utensils. We even have stuff right in our hands where we can just write it out. Because that's what happened with me. I went to write with the pen, and it was no ink. No ink. So instead of getting frustrated and starting to complain, I just pulled my little, it's like, okay, it's time to move to the next level. So yes, write it out. Write your vision out. And for those of you who watch this may sound repetitive, and that's fine. Because guess what they say? Repetition is the mother of all learning. Don't take your dream to the grave. This is the whole crux, point, flow of this Vision Board Wednesdays, and why I'm so passionate about it and committed to having it and doing this is that I don't want you to take your dream to the grave, because I know that this saying says that the graveyard our graveyards are the richest places on earth because there are plays and paintings and dances and all those type of things that never came forth, died with that person, because whether it was like they were fearful, didn't have enough resources, gave up, whatever you want to put on it. It went to the grave with them, and I don't want that to be you. I don't want your dream to be locked locked because of fear, drawback, unbelief. I want to be a source of encouragement and support to encourage you to move towards those dreams and those goals, because they didn't just get in there by themselves. They just drop in there and say, oh, I want to go inside of this person today. No, there was a divine purpose and a greater good and greater goal of why it was put there, to bless somebody, to encourage somebody, to uplift somebody. Yes, you. Yes, you. So move forward towards that goal, that dream. And I was talking to somebody, and I was telling them, I was like, if it's been 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, and it still comes to your mind, you don't have to write it out. Like you still see it as clear as day, like it was just yesterday. You can write it out, you can draw it, you can color it, you can speak to somebody. It hasn't gone anywhere, it hasn't faded. It's most likely that that's something that you're meant to do. If it didn't go anywhere, it hasn't, it just hasn't materialized. Um, and then you may be saying, well, I tried and it didn't work. Delay does not mean denial. I humbly submit that to you. Delay does not mean denial. Oftentimes, it's just like, when we cook. Sometimes we let stuff marinate. We let it sit there and marinate. Some of us, I know a gentleman who lets his ribs marinate for 3 days before he cooks them. He seasons them up, rubs them down, and talks to them and all that, and then puts them in the refrigerator and let them just sit. Let all that just sit there. Some people call it preparatory. It could be everything have gone through to this point could have been preparatory to prepare you, to mold you, to make you into what you need to be to move forward in that. Not only just make it happen, but to maintain it and to grow it and to develop it. So yes, Habakkuk 2:2. Write your vision down and make it plain. Now you can use paper, you can use phone, you can use a vision board, as we have been doing together. Also comment in the comment sections and let me know, have you all been working on your vision board? Or are you still, let me know where you're at. I think it's 3 phases. It's locked in here, it's written down somewhere on paper, or some of us have committed it to a vision board. And I know that's really big right now. I was doing a search to prepare for this video, this live stream, and I was trying to type in one thing, and the computer kept putting in manifesting, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it kept suggesting that to me. I guess it thought that's what I was doing, but. And some people may call it that. That's not what I call it. I call it speaking live, decreeing, affirmations, affirming. But yeah, there are. I am affirmation. There's all kind of affirmations out there, and it's pretty popular nowadays. And I humbly submit that is a form of prayer. When you speak life over your life, concerning your finances, concerning your health, you are decreeing a thing. Especially if you're using the Bible, that is a form of decree, the prayer of decree. So yes and yes and yes. Song. I don't really have a song today. Somebody, community, I'm calling on you for a song today. What do you think the song should be for today? Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think the song of today should be. Somebody keep calling me. Yes. So I don't have the song of the day today. So that could be the participatory piece of this live today. You let me know what song has been on your heart. What song have you been singing to keep yourself elevated, encouraged, and empowered? Because there is so much going on nowadays. Yeah, so feel free to take your liberty and write that down in the comment section. Today is Wednesday the 29th. Let's talk about the book a little bit, the book series. So today is the last day for the giveaway. So the giveaway started on midnight on Monday, the 27th, and it ends tonight um, at midnight, 12 midnight Pacific. Ooh, excuse me, 12 midnight Pacific. And that is the Prayer for Beginners book series. There is a book, there is a workbook, and there is a journal. They are developed to work. They're separate, but they are one, and designed to work together over a period of time to help us move forward in our prayer and developing and understanding the power that we really do have when it comes to communicating with God, aka prayer. I know we're in an environment now where I've heard this, and I said, "Ooh, that's a dangerous realm to be in." I've heard people saying, um, "I'm done. Miss me with the prayers. I'm tired of people saying, uh, pray for me, or pray for the situation." The Bible says to pray without ceasing. The Bible says, "Men ought always to pray and not to faint." So I understand times get difficult. I understand that. I understand people get frustrated. Trust me, I understand that. I understand people get upset. Trust me, I understand that. Been there, done that. But we always want to move. We always want to have. I would encourage people to always let the word of the Lord have the final say in your life. No matter how frustrated you get, no matter how dark it get, no matter how adverse the situation wants to get, we always want to move, or always try to move, in the realm of prayer. And there's different types of prayer. We talk about that in the book. We talk about, I think it's 8 to 12 of them, different types of prayer. Going to it. But yes, I've been hearing that. And it cuts me every time I hear it, because, um, yeah, that's very troubling to me as a person walking in the realm of faith, or in the circle of faith. And um, it troubles me when I hear people say that. And sometimes, you listen to people and you try to weigh out the spirit of what they're saying. Sometimes we don't just want to just listen to the words a person is saying, yeah, someone is saying, "Oh my," and then someone is saying, "Not good." Yeah. Um, and I understand, people. It seems to me that people are saying, basically what they're saying is, it's time to take action. Um, Stop praying and move into action. And I humbly submit, why can't you do both? We, I humbly submit, I hear you and I respect what you're saying. But I humbly submit, why can't we do both? Why do you have to put one down in order to do another? We multitask for everything else we want to do. We multitask and do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things at a time. Why come when it come to prayer we can't multitask? I get the point. You want people to move in action. You want them to start doing things. And I hear that, because the Bible also says faith without works is dead, right? So I hear that. Um, but yes, that's just my personal opinion. You're entitled to yours, and I understand if you don't agree. But I will humbly submit that for this moment and during this live, and if you coming across this particular live, that I humbly submit that just ride on my faith. If you don't believe it, if you're having trouble with it, just ride on my faith until you get there, right? And don't just close the door to that. Don't just close the door. Yes. So for whoever that was for, please, please have a heart to receive it. I'm not your enemy. I'm not going to tell you something that's going to lead you astray. I try not to. If I ever do, I pray the Lord will correct me or send somebody. I'm sure the Lord will send somebody real quick to correct me, and I received that. We all should strive to be in a position where we have somebody who we are accountable to, or in mentorship, to be able to speak life to us, be able to speak correction, adjustment. We should never get so high and mighty that we come to a point where we don't listen. We don't want to listen. That's a dangerous place to be in. Nevertheless, I digress. And we're talking about prayer for beginners, the giveaway. It ends tonight at midnight. The only thing you have to do is watch and people say, how do you enter? Watch to the end. Just watch. YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, the three of us have that in common. As social media platforms, what do they want you to do? They want you to be on their platform. They want you to watch. They want you to like. They want you to comment. They want you to stay there for a while. So meaning me and YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, we have that one thing in common. We want you to watch till the end. Go ahead and watch the end, and then at the end, just write in the comments prayer for beginners, and you will be entered into the giveaway. There will be 3 sets. They were supposed to come today. Like I said, this tea is so, they call it when somebody's giving out information, they call it tea nowadays. This tea is so hot, I don't even have all the pieces. I have the prayer journal. But I don't have, because the prayer journal was actually, it went in backwards order. The prayer journal came, and then I did the workbook, and then I had to follow the lead of the Lord. That's the way the Lord gave it to me. I did the prayer book first. The prayer journal, then the workbook, and then the actual book, to walk through prayer, step by step. So we'll be going through that together on Mondays. And yes, so please watch to the end. And if you're coming through on the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay, or go ahead and make sure you watch to the end and then comment prayer for beginners. Those are two things to be entered. And there will be 3 sets of the actual physical book. It is in what they call it, Kindle or electronic form, aka electronic form. I'm more of a visual, that like to put my hands on it, write in it, highlight it, write my own notes on there, do different things. So I want the physical copies. So 3 physical copies of the Prayer for Beginners book, workbook, and the prayer journal will be given away to 3 people, and that closes tonight. Okay. You see our co-host back there. We were talking about the mass shooting that took place. I was reading an article, and they said it's been 130. Now it's only 3 months, and it's only 3. We only did 3rd month into the 12th month of this year, and they said it's already been over 130 mass shootings. That's like over 40 a month. No, 4 times 30, that's 16. So 30? That's over 30 a month. It's only 30 days a month. 31's now. Last month was 28. But that's a lot. And so if you think it's not time to pray or to start praying, we got a whole lot to pray about. It might be time to multitask and pray and take action on some items, but it's a whole lot to pray about. But yeah, so we were talking about that. And teddy bears and hugs is to send out a hug and a prayer to somebody who is hurting. The link is down in the description. The link to the books and the workbook and the prayer journal is down in the description as well. So yes. Who wants to go? He has on a white shirt. We have a red shirt. black shirt, go ahead, click the link, and send a prayer, send a hug and a prayer to someone today, because somebody somewhere needs you. I know you may not feel like you're important. You may not feel like you're significant. But I humbly submit to you, but that to the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the entire world. So keep moving forward and doing what you do best. Okay, so let's go over our vision board Wednesday. I've talked enough. I think I've given you enough tools and resources. So for me, go ahead and comment in the sections as I'm going along. You can follow along too. Just comment in the comments. I don't know if you have the ability to submit a picture or not. If you have the ability to submit a picture, you can submit a picture if you feel like it's not. I know some people are confidential, but either write it or submit a picture in the comments, and let's do it together, okay? So this picture represents my weekly physical activity, which is I have not been to the boxing class. I'm so tired between doing the 3 lives and working. I have been tired. I have not been able to do that. But what I said to myself after I kept coming on here saying that, I'm like, well, you got to do something. If you can't do boxing, you got to do something physical. So walking. So I don't have a picture of walking, but that would be my substitute. And I have gotten some walking in. You see her? Yes, I have absolutely been slowing down to smell the rose. This is a symbol for me to slow down, to say la, pause and meditate. Smell the roses, smell the flowers. And at one of my jobs, they get in weekly flowers. Very nice. They invest a lot of money in flowers. Very nice. Well put to those professional vases of flowers. So yes, every time I see it, I always stop and slow down and smell the flowers. This one is regarding diet, eating, making sure I have enough fruits and vegetables. And yes, I have been doing that. I have been moving away from junk food and trying to had to intake more vegetables, more fruit, and drinking. Moving away from sodas, drinking more water, um, water and water and tea. And if I do just have like a taste for bubbly something, because I used to drink a lot of soda, I will drink the sparkling water or ginger ale. Mm-hmm. All right. And then here she's in a prayer position with her eyes closed. So that represents my goal for praying. Take care of yourself. Yes. This represents the retreat. So yes. Everything on here I'm moving towards. I don't have an actual book. I should have put a book on there, but yes. I have my book. I have accomplished my book goal. I'm so very, very, very happy about that. If you want to see all the books that the Lord have entrusted me to write and put in published form, you can go to my author page, which is http. Let me see. For all my visual folks out there, let me see if I can find the link so I can scroll it across here. There it is. I found it. This is a link I recommend that everybody go to. There's a little box you can click that says follow. If you click the follow, anytime there's an update, because there's already been an update to the prayer journal. If you were following me on this particular Amazon author page, you would have known about that. You would have known about that. But yes, so if there's an update, whatever's going on in the book realm, the writing realm, and you want to keep up with me or follow, that's the best place to go. It lists all the books that are available. Yes. So let's see. We did. Looks like we've gone through everything. If there are no other questions, I'll open the floor up to you. You let me know if you have a question or comment. Let me hear from you. What you have to say regarding your vision, your goal. Song of the day. All right. If nobody has anything to say, I'm not out of things to say, but I am out of time. I'm mindful of the 12 o'clock hour. People often plug in during lunch, so I don't want to roll over too much. We'll be back on Sunday night, live, same time, same channel, and we will be praying because, like I already talked about it in the beginning. May not always pray and not faint. Pray without ceasing. I'm a firm believer in that. So we will be doing that. Okay. All right. I love you. I love you. I'm praying for you here in California. I'm praying for all my folks, everyone attached to me. When I'm praying, I'm not just praying for myself. I'm praying for everyone who is attached to me. Whether it's by faith, by family, by social media, I'm praying for you. Absolutely. Because it is praying time. It is praying time for sure. I love you with the love of the Lord. Be encouraged. Remember, 2023 is all about the E. Encourage, empower, elevate. If it doesn't encourage you or somebody around you, I humbly submit that you prayerfully consider whether you want to continue in that activity. Because once the time is gone, it's gone. We can't get it back. Okay. I pray that you, if you're moving forward and you're moving in activities, if it doesn't encourage, if it doesn't empower, if it doesn't elevate you or those around you, I humbly submit that you prayerfully consider whether you want to continue in that activity, that circle, or whatever it is, because time is wrapping up. Time is wrapping up, and it's about us abiding in our callings and making our calling and election sure. God bless you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I see you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead, let me know where you're watching from in the comment section, if you so please. If you're just now joining, go ahead and hashtag replay so that I can say hello to you and I can greet you. But yes, time is wrapping up. It is for sure. I agree with that. It's absolutely wrapping up. But that don't mean for us to walk in fear. That don't mean for us to walk in doubt. That means for us to make our calling and election sure. That means for us to do the work of evangelists. That means for us to abide in our calling. That means for us, it's really time for us to occupy it until he comes, until his return. That don't mean it's time to be get in the corner and be scared and fearful. Because he said he's not giving us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. So it's time to come forward. So be encouraged to come forward and move in the vein that God has called you and assigned you to. Okay? I love you with the love of the Lord. Be encouraged, be inspired, be uplifted. Keep your hand, in the words of my grandmother, keep your hand in the master's hand, and everything is going to be all right. You go with God, and God will certainly go with you. Till next time, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Peace.